In this video, we're going to talk about how to keep your left arm straight and the reasons you may or may not want to do that. Shaun Webb here, Athletic Motion Golf. I'm here with the Gears Avatar as my counterpart today in this video. If you haven't already, I want you to click the subscribe button. Every week, we're going to give away free swag to the best comment, but you have to be subscribed to be a winner. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about how to keep your left arm straight. In actuality, though, I want to talk about the issues and the problems that arise when you do keep your left arm straight. So we're going to talk about three things that the left arm being locked out are going to cause your swing, are going to be causing your swing, and why you should keep it softer throughout the swing. We think it's going to help you a lot with your ball striking. So, first one is at address. We see a lot of golfers with a completely locked out left arm or lock joint. So we say it all the time, in no other sport do you really want to lock joints out. You always see freedom of movement. The arms and shoulders need to be relaxed to get this club going fast. But at address, it can start from there. So if you lock up your lead arm, your body gets really tight. And part of the backswing is an arm swing, not just a turn. So once you lock your left arm, a lot of players, what we see during lessons, that they turn everything together. So they've used up their entire pivot without having any arm motion. So they end up turning, their pivot's finished, they have to have an arm lift, and we know an arm lift late in the backswing normally causes some really poor downswing motion. So that's the first thing I want you to watch out for. Do not lock your lead arm at address. It actually kind of hurts my elbow just to do it, so let's not do that. The second thing it can cause, if you have the ability to get some arm swing, but you still keep it locked, a lot of times what it does with a locked left arm is going to almost pull the golfer away from the target too much. So it causes an overshift of the body to the right. That golfer may have been told to stretch as far as they can on the backswing. Again, that hurts my elbow, don't do that. The farther you stretch, the more it's going to pull you off the ball. And from there, we know there's not a lot of time to make a shift. So that's two issues that are caused by locking the arm at address and into the backswing. The third one is, if you are successful, make a pretty good pivot, don't move your body off the ball too much, but you still have a locked arm, the momentum of this club up at the top is going to normally cause the golfer to collapse everything. So instead of maintaining width, which we know is important to make a good downswing, this golfer collapses everything. Not only does the lead arm collapse, the lead wrist will collapse. A lot of times the hands will come off the club, because once they get some momentum in the backswing, the speed of the club up here is going to make everything kind of fall in toward the golfer. When you get narrow, again, causes some poor downswing motions. You can either get steep over the top, start hitting some slices, and we know that's not what you want to do. So instead of doing that, as we roll through this, you'll notice he's got some bend in his lead arm at address, soft lead arm at the top, not perfectly straight coming down, and a little bit bent at impact, and then after he hits it, starts to fold up and bend. So at no time are these tour players completely locked. We've yet to see a PGA Tour player with a completely locked out zero angle in this left arm. So soft at address. I like to tell people, feel your arms like ropes and let them swing like ropes. That doesn't mean you have to grip it so light that it's coming out of your hands. There's actually a kind of a skill in this. I want to say Ben Hogan talked about it in his book. Years ago I read it when I was learning the game, and he talked about holding the club with some security in your hands and fingers, but learning how to be supple in your forearms and elbows and shoulders. So I've got a hold on the club, but I've got soft arms. And you can see how that club is able to move a little more freely when I do that. You'll pick up club head speed as well, because anything that you lock out is definitely going to go slower. I think it was Snead that said you want to feel oily, and he had that motion in it. He had that look to his swing, this oily kind of rhythm. There's no possible way he could have had that freedom feeling like his left arm was locked. So if you've been guilty of doing that, I want you literally to feel like your arms are ropes, but you still have a secure enough hold on the club that someone could not come over and pull it out of your hands. So that's a little bit tighter sometimes than people realize. I think this whole idea of holding a bird, that's overdoing it for most people. You need to hold it a little more securely with your hands so that the club doesn't come loose, but your arms are going to be soft and oily. Do that. It's going to free up your pivot. you're gonna have a good solid top of the backswing, you're gonna get some more clubhead speed, and everybody knows we could use more of those things. So go ahead, get some freedom in your arms, especially that left arm. I know it's gonna help you.